In today's show, we will be investigating a remarkable system for meter reading: gas, water, and electric. The system is smartphone-based to help you achieve maximum reader productivity and 100% reading validation. Let's dive in to learn more.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something, well, pretty fundamental: how utilities read your meters. Gas, water, electric.
Right, the nuts and bolts stuff.
Exactly. But it's being turned on its head by something most of us have right in our pockets. Did you know something like 85% of Americans have a smartphone?
And it really underpins this whole shift we're seeing.
It does, because that ubiquity is allowing for systems like the one we're diving into today. It's called the Smartphone-Based Manual Reading System, or SPMR. And the claim is it's a complete solution, locating meters, reading them, monitoring, even helping with billing.
And our goal here, for you listening, is to dig into why this matters.
Yeah.
It's not just another app. And I think the hook really is what the source material emphasizes right away.
What's that?
Unlike the old clunky systems,
Right.
this SPMR, it apparently requires no extensive training.
No extensive training. That's bold.
It is. Think about that. The savings, the
Yes.
speed of deployment it implies. It's a big claim.
Okay, let's definitely unpack that. Starting with the app itself, in the field. The entry point sounds, well, easy.
That seems to be the point. You download the SPMR app onto basically any Android smartphone.
So no need for those expensive, rugged, proprietary scanners anymore.
Apparently not. That's a huge chunk of capital expenditure just gone, or at least drastically reduced.
Right. That shifts the cost structure significantly.
It really does. It's more OpEx maybe, or just using funds they might already have.
Yeah.
And think about hiring if the training hurdle is lower.
Your potential workforce pool gets much bigger, much faster. Weeks of training down to hours, maybe.
Potentially. The challenge shifts from learning complex hardware and software to simply learning the physical route.
Okay, that makes sense. But I have to ask, using standard consumer phones, security, isn't that a huge risk compared to dedicated hardened devices?
That's always the first question, isn't it? And a fair one.
Yeah.
The source material argues the security isn't really on the phone itself. The phone is more like a dumb terminal in this setup.
Okay. How so?
It uses the regular wireless network cell signal to connect directly to a secure cloud-based system. All the data is encrypted and uploaded immediately.
Ah, so the phone isn't storing tons of sensitive data long term.
Exactly. It's designed as a real-time capture and transmit device. The security is in the network and the cloud infrastructure, not the handset.
That real-time aspect is key then. Data secure and usable almost instantly.
Precisely. And the kind of data it captures goes beyond just the numbers on the dials.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. The source mentions 3 key pieces of data the app grabs. First, obviously, the meter reading itself, real time.
Standard stuff, yeah.
Second, high-resolution photos of the meter. Now, why are photos so critical here? Seems like extra effort.
But that's the validation piece, is the audit trail.
Proof.
Yeah. If someone types a number wrong, or if a customer disputes the bill later, you have a photo, time-stamped, geolocated evidence of what the meter actually showed at that exact moment.
Okay, that makes disputes way simpler. No more he said, she said.
Pretty much eliminates it.
And the third data point, GPS and mapping data. I'm guessing this is more than just tracking the tech.
Oh, absolutely. That GPS data feeds directly into logistical efficiency. It helps build and refine the meter routes.
Oh, so?
Well, the system learns exactly where each meter is located, correcting old, maybe inaccurate, paper maps or GIS data. Over time, it can calculate the absolute optimal path for a technician to follow.
So, less wasted driving, less fuel, less time.
Exactly. It's about optimizing the entire route, not just the reading itself. The source mentions workers downloading optimized routes in just seconds.
That dynamic capability must be huge, especially in dense city routes or sprawling rural ones.
It standardizes things. Techs follow the optimal path, less guesswork. But there's a dependency there, right?
Which is?
Reliable cell service. That's the trade-off. Works great in cities, but could be a challenge in very remote areas compared to a device that stores data locally before uploading.
Good point. A definite consideration for utilities with large, varied service territories.
Okay, assuming the signal's good, the data's captured. What happens next? Where does it all go from the phone?
It flows straight into the online part of the system, the SPMR route management technology.
The central brain.
Pretty much. It's a web-based platform. Managers can log in from anywhere, anytime, and see what's happening in the field basically in real time.
So this is where the raw field data becomes like manageable information?
Exactly. It's the dashboard view. It pulls together everything captured by the techs on their phones.
And it's not just seeing the readings, I gather, it's more interactive.
Definitely. The idea is to move from finding errors weeks later during billing cycles to spotting potential issues, like right away, proactive management.
What kinds of things can managers actually see or do in there? The source mentions specifics.
Yeah, quite granular detail. They can review audits and alerts, so flagging readings that seem off, maybe unusually high or low compared to history.
They can see the meter locations on a map, verify with the GPS markers from the field, access STIP codes and trouble codes.
Hang on, skip codes. What are those exactly? Is it just a note saying couldn't read?
It's more structured than that, usually. The system likely has predefined codes, like meter inaccessible locked gate or hazard animal, meter face obscured, things like that. It forces the tech to categorize why a read couldn't be obtained.
Ah, okay. So it provides immediate context for the back office. They know why there's a gap.
Right, and they can schedule follow-up actions immediately, not wait for a manual report at the end of the shift.
And I bet those codes are often paired with the photos we talked about.
You got it. Photo of the locked gate, photo of the overgrown bushes, whatever the issue is, it's all documented visually.
That level of documentation must be invaluable.
Absolutely. And then there's the reporting. Managers can generate custom reports on demand for internal use, for regulators. It makes the whole field process incredibly transparent and verifiable.
That auditability seems like a massive benefit. It really connects the field work to the back office seamlessly.
Which brings us nicely to the overall workflow, right? How it all fits together.
Yeah, let's walk through that. From assigning the work to getting the data ready for billing.
It seems pretty straightforward, broken down, like a three-step process.
Okay, step one.
Step one is planning. Back office staff import the routes into the online route management system. Could be regular reads, rereads for disputes, audits, whatever's needed for the day. Sets the task list for the techs.
Got it. Define the mission. Step two.
Step two is execution. The techs are out in the field. They use the SPMR app on their smartphones. They collect the readings, snap the photos, capture the GPS data, all synced up to the cloud.
The validated data capture part.
And then step three is the output. Once the data's in, maybe goes through some final automated checks, it gets exported directly to the utility's billing system.
Clean reads, ready for billing.
Clean, validated reads.
And that validation, powered by the photos and the GPS data, that really feels like the core value proposition here, the so what.
I think so too. It's about accuracy, yes, but also accountability. When a customer calls to question a high bill,
instead of just saying, that's what the reader entered, they can say, well, here's the photo of your meter taken at 10:15 a.m. on Tuesday, showing this exact reading, and here's the GPS coordinate confirming our tech was there.
Exactly. It changes the whole dynamic of those interactions, cuts down dramatically on the need for costly rereads or supervisor visits, saves time, saves money, reduces hassle for everyone.
Streamlines customer service, auditing, dispute resolution. Yeah, I could see the appeal.
Big operational efficiencies there.
Okay, so let's try and summarize the key takeaways from this deep dive. What's the core message?
For me, it's leveraging something totally ubiquitous, the smartphone that, 85% of us already carry, to create a system for utilities that is simple to use, provides validated data, and operates in real time, specifically for reading gas, water, and electric meters.
It takes a complex, often hardware-intensive process and makes it, well, app-based.
Strips away layers of proprietary cost and complexity. It's about making field operations more agile, using readily available tech. The source mentions the system is based in Plano, Texas, but it's leveraging global tech infrastructure.
And it's interesting, the source also provided some practical details like business hours.
Yeah, standard stuff. Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Time, looks like, but also 24/7 support available via phone. They list a number, 540-50-50.
Good info for anyone looking into this further. But circling back to that initial point, the simplicity, the no extensive training claim.
That's the bit that really sticks with me.
Me too. It leads to a really interesting final thought for you, our listener, to chew on.
Yeah.
How does a system that is designed to require minimal training fundamentally change what utilities look for in their field service workers?
Ooh, good question. If the tool itself is intuitive, like any other smartphone app, does the required technical skill set decrease?
Does it shift the focus more towards, say, customer interaction skills or physical route navigation rather than complex device operation?
And what does that mean long-term for employee satisfaction, maybe retention, if their main tool feels familiar and easy, not clunky and frustrating?
Something to think about how simplifying the tech ripples through the entire workforce structure. A fascinating angle.
SPMR LLC is based in Plano, Texas, with resources that tally more than 200 years of combined utility industry experience. The company provides robust meter reading solutions for hundreds of utilities in North America and the Caribbean. High-profile solutions include the SPMRSmart smartphone-based manual meter reading system and the Cyclops photo-based fixed network meter interface unit, MIU. We are on the web at spmrsmart.com. Contact us at 21454055050 or email us at info@spmrsmart.com. Our address is 811 East Plano Parkway Suite, 110A Plano, Texas 75074.